In a recent market update, you report that there was 29% increase in job-to-job moves since 2021, which are primarily made up of resignations. How can employers retain their staff?
Okay, so touched on some of it in terms of flexible working, also in terms of restructuring pay. I'm not asking employers necessarily to be paying their employees any more. We're just looking at different ways of doing that. So most managers that leave a state agency or leave a job, leave a state agency. They don't necessarily leave one manager role to become a manager in a different business. They tend to leave the business or the industry altogether. So I think that one of the best ways and one of the key ways that people can help to retain their staff are looking at salary, looking at training, which is evidently a big one, looking at things like flexible working, but also it's important to look at different types of benefits. Not all benefits necessarily need to cost anything. So you could look at things like, I was talking to a client this morning who offer time off of work for going through gender change. So the take up on that realistically within their business is probably going to be fairly small. But actually, the effect that has on the team in terms of making them feel valued, included, part of that business is massive. There are lots of things that you can do as well with regards to supporting your team through things that they're doing outside of work, community involvement. Lots of businesses at the moment that are attracting younger talent and retaining younger talent are looking at diversity and inclusion policies, looking at things like climate and environmental works. So all of these types of things are really, really important. But I think the main thing is that if you need to sit down with your employees and ascertain what they want. I think a lot of the time it's very easy for managers and business owners to think that they know what their employees want, whereas the reality is that until you sit down and ask them and do so in a way where they're comfortable in giving their opinion, perhaps through some sort of survey that they can do without any of their details being recorded, only then will they really understand what's going on inside their business. And if they've got a number of people that are saying the same thing, then perhaps that's something that they need to look at implementing. But talk to your people, talk to your team, find out what they want, and each individual will have their own career path that they want to take. And far too often, the one-to-ones that get shunted and moved to one side and don't get done, or get done once every 2 months because you get busy with evaluation. And actually those one-to-ones are really important because it's about that individual's growth. And again, it's about listening to your people. That's the best way to retain them, make them feel valued.
Listen, make them feel valued. I think that's a great way to end the show. And thank you so much for coming on.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.